Also, one tuple can contain many data types together, as in the following example. We created a tuple called mixed t, and this tuple contains different types of data. As you can see, it contains string, boolean, integer number, and float number also. Now it's time to show you another way to create a tuple in Python, and that is through the built-in function called tuple. Also, it is called the tuple constructor. We have a tuple here using the tuple method or function, and it has 3 items. And make sure to put the items inside the double round brackets in order not to get an error. And as you know, counting in tuples in Python starts from the number 0. The first item has the index 0, the second item has the index 1, and so on, just as in the lists. You can access tuple items by referring to this index number inside square brackets. Let me show you that. We got the first 2 items from the tuple, as you can see, using the index number. The first item has index 0 and the second item has index 1. The first item is banana and the second item is apple. Now let's talk about the negative indexing. Negative indexing means start from the end of the tuple, meaning -1 refers to the last item, -2 refers to the second last item, and so on. Let's take a simple example to print the last 2 items from the tuple. The last item that has index -1 is fig, as you can see, and the second last item is apple in the new f tuple. Also, as we did with lists, you can specify a range of indexes by specifying where to start and where to end the range. When specifying a range, the return value will be a new tuple with the specified items. For the new f tuple, let's print all the items from the index 0 to the index 2. In this case, we got banana and apple, and the item that had the index 2 is not included here. The search starts at the index 0 and it is included, and end at index 2 and it is not included. Let's move to another point. By leaving out the start value, the range will start at the first item. Let's take a simple example to return the items from the beginning to but not included index 2. This program has given us these values, banana and apple, and the value of the index 2 is not included. Now let's explain how to check if item exists or not using the in keyword. To determine if a specified item is present in a tuple, you can use the in keyword. And in this example, we used the in keyword to check if banana is present in the tuple called fruits. And we got yes, banana is in fruits on the screen. because the test expression for the if statement is true in this case. Actually, banana string is in the fruits tuple. And the last thing we will talk about on this topic is changing or updating items in a tuple. In Python programming language, tuples are unchangeable or immutable, meaning that you can't change, add, or remove items once the tuple is created. But there are some workarounds or some methods to do that. However, these ways are not efficient. And as an example, you can convert the tuple into a list, change the list, and convert the list back into a tuple. In this case, we converted the fruits tuple to list using the list method, and we changed the second item from the fruits L after changing it to list from banana to watermelon. Then we converted the list again to tuple using the tuple method. And finally, we printed the fruits tuple after this converting using the print function. So you can see in the output we got watermelon in the second item instead of banana. That's it, very simple. Try to do this by yourself, and if you need any help, please ask me and I'll answer you as soon as possible to provide you with support and assistance. Thanks for watching. See you next lesson.